Morning, peeps. I'm back with a Thursday review or Wednesday night review. Wednesday night games. So what a crazy game week this is turning out to be, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. I just watched a Chelsea game, and to be honest, Maresca, I hold the blame to Maresca for this one. Playing Chalobah at right back. I mean, what's he doing? He's disrespecting Leeds, who at home are a pretty decent side. And Leeds came flying out the traps today. Honestly, Chelsea hardly touched the ball for the first 10 minutes. And you could see what was going to happen, because like Leeds were so committed in this game. I mean, Stack was back. He made a huge difference to that midfield. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was playing good, and they deserved to beat Chelsea today. You know, Esteval very nearly joined a long list of Chelsea players to have been sent off this season, and he should have been. Violent conduct. It wasn't very violent, but he did deliberately kick somebody, so he should have been sent off. He got hooked off at half-time. Maresca had enough of him. A whole lot should have been hooked off. Shocking performance, absolutely shocking. And Palmer didn't make too much difference. Anyway, let's have a look at what's happened. So, I'm looking at red arrows, peeps, red arrows. Unfortunately, dropped 100k since the game week started. But 55 isn't terrible. I mean, it depends, doesn't it? It depends if Fernandez plays or not tomorrow. Because I've still got Fernandez and Cunha. Have I not captain? So, but I believe that it does actually help me, Fernandez scoring, even though I haven't captained him. But Fernandez and Cunha. So Lacroix 8 points. However, he was outdone by Richards with 9 points. And Munoz, who scored, goodness knows how many points Munoz got this week. No idea, peeps, because it doesn't actually tell you. But he did get the goal. Guhi got the assist. So we're going to see a team in a minute. Ben Crellin's team that I showed you yesterday on his free hit that I said was the weirdest looking free hit I've ever seen. How does he do it, peeps? How does he do it? We're going to go and have a look in a minute. Virgil van Dijk led in a goal. I mean, Sunderland should have won there right at the end if it wasn't for a goal line clearance from Chiesa. And at least he got defensive contributions. That's all I can say. I mean, they had a lot of corners, but no sign of this bullet header that's supposed to be coming in. Now, Rodon, I made the decision to play him and not take a hit for the likes of Timber, O'Reilly, or Chow. And it paid off because Rodon got a solid 2-pointer, which was all you can really expect when you're playing Chelsea. But, you know, it kept the scoreboard ticking along. And I've even got 1 point on the bench ready and waiting should Fernandez not play. It's not much, but it is something. But I tell you what, when all those vice captains on Haaland become captains if Fernandez doesn't play, then I think the week gets worse. I can't see it getting better if that happens. But at least I have Cunha, I guess, who really needs to outscore Bumo. Anyway, let me show you who's doing really well this week. Back to the content creator league with some ridiculous scores. Top this week is Bakar. He's still got his captain, Fernandez, to go. He'll be hoping he has. But, I mean, he will get another 14 points, won't he? He'll get Anderson, so he will get another 14 on top of his current score, which will put him on 89 points. Van Heck, it's 2 goals. Why has Van Heck only got... Did Van Heck score twice? Yeah, he's only got 12 points. That's a bit bizarre, isn't it? a wee bit bizarre. So let's have a look at Mr. Van Heck. 2 goals. No booking. I guess he got 0 for his no thingies. Yeah, he would have got 0, wouldn't he? So he would have just got his goals. If you get a defender gets 2 goals, you kind of expect, really, a few more than 12 points, don't you? Got a bloody notifications gone on my WhatsApp. They just do not shut up, that lot. Bloody nightmare. Kanji. D-Unit. Bloody incessant. Right, let's have a look here. Saka scored a goal at least. Yeah, I'm shocked. I thought when I went to see Van Heck score, I'm quite shocked it's just 12. But they did let him 4 goals, I guess, didn't they? I mean, Tarkowski nearly matched it. So, very good for Bakar. Mark Southerns. All out by the look of it. So he's got no Man United. So not quite as good as it looks, this one. So he's got 72 points. Did captain Saka. But now has to watch his rank get a wee bit worse. But 72 is a very decent score. 14 Munoz got. That's hurt me, peeps. It's hurt me. You know, I've gone the Lacroix route on the grounds that 2 extra points every week is going to outpoint Munoz in the long run. But when Munoz is getting like 14, it, you know, but he doesn't do it every week, I guess, does he? He does do it alarmingly often. Verbruggen 1 point. Now, somebody on the pubcast is saying Verbruggen was a good goalkeeper to get. I really don't think he is. I had him last season and he was a 1 point wonder nearly every week. Timber didn't play, 1 point. Enzo was absolutely awful, along with the rest of the Chelsea team. And Palmer's back now, so he'll be back further back and not on penalties anymore, so people will be getting rid of him. Ben Crellin, now here we go. This is the free hit where he took out Foden, who was in his original team. And we were all laughing at him yesterday, but today he's had the last laugh. Look at this. He went triple Palace defence. Triple Palace defence on his free hit. So, like I said yesterday, like a single goal at Burnley would have wiped him out. But like, he shows no fear. There's no emotion here. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, if it requires triple Palace defence, then you get triple Palace defence. Whereas a lot of us would go, no way am I getting triple Palace defence. Tired old Palace. Away at Burnley, who often do score, but they kept a clean sheet. And look what he got. 14 for Guhi, 14 for Munoz, and 8 from Lacroix. Unbelievable. 6 from Raya. He got Virgil van Dijk. So his defence, unlike a lot of people this week, has done really, really well. And he's still got Bumo and Captain Fernandez to come. How does he do it, peeps? How does he do it? How does he get away with it? You know what I mean? But he has. I mean, that's just like, you know, if you're a time traveller, you couldn't do better with that defence. Honest to God. Right, let's have a look here. So, Joe, 66. He played Rodon as well. Someone who's actually got some bench players that are playing. So he's got Fernandez left. I'm going to catch him up a little bit because I've got Cunha. Harry on 64, but he took a hit. So he took a hit to bring in Timber. Obviously, for the long term, it's probably a good idea. But as it turned out, it failed. Kind of cost him 3 points. And like me, brought in that Anderson character, who unbelievably only got 5 DEFCONs. Now, when does Anderson of Forest only get 5 DEFCONs? I tell you when, peeps. The moment I buy him, that's when. And he got himself booked. And worse than that, I captained him in Challenge. You know, I was like in the top 40 last week in Challenge. dropped down to 400. And now I've captained Anderson because midfielders under 7 million get 7 points this week. And he's got 2 points. So he's doubled it to 4. I should have just captained Haaland, shouldn't I? I got my 28 like everybody else. Oh, I don't know. Trying to be too clever again. Richards with 9. So very similar to score to my own. Yeah, so I've got Cunha, who is a massive, absolutely massive differential. I think he's like 3.5% owned. 2 goals from him would turn my red arrow into a green arrow with no problem whatsoever. So I really want Fernandes to play. Thiago didn't start, came off the bench. But at least he wasn't injured, was he? So every point counts. And I've also got Gui, who came on for a point. Like I said, it doesn't sound much, but at least I will get something if Fernandes doesn't play. But really, I need Cunha goals. Late riser on 51. He has Captain Haaland. So who's he got left? Oh, he's got Cunha and Bumo. So he could do well still. It's not over till it's over, so he could still do well. Minty managed to blank, even though he scored 3 goals. Which I was quite relieved about, to be fair. As with 51. Has he still got... Oh, he's got Goodmanson on his... Oh, not again. So he's got... he's got Calvert-Lewin on his bench. The only week he had him, when he played him, was his bench boost, and I think he got 1 point. Ever since then, he's been getting loads of points on Az's bench. And poor old Az, because like everybody else is getting players off their bench, except for Az. And Calvert-Lewin looks like, unless Bumo's out, looks like, I hope he is actually, but if unless Bumo's out, then Az is stuck with 9 points. I mean, who's got 9 points on the bench this week? You know what I mean? How's he managed it? And you can't say that you wouldn't have done the same. Looking at this team, I think we would have all benched Calvert-Lewin. He's not having much luck, is he, this season? Not having much luck. FPL General, 48. I think he was doing well yesterday. He's got Fernandes and Bumo to go. Captain. Andy. Oh, Andy was doing well yesterday. He's only on 46 now. Fernandes and Cunha. How's he on so many less points than I am? What's the difference? I don't know what the difference is, really. Strange. What is the difference? What is the difference? Who have I got points from? Haaland and Lacroix and Saka. Has he not got Saka? He's got Saka, he's got Haaland, and he's got Lacroix. Odd. I don't know. And he got more for his goalkeeper. Oh, he didn't captain. God, I'm thick peeps. Honestly, no wonder you're sick of me. Right, let's have a look here. Fernandes captain. Bumo to go for Fabio. They've all got their rare 6 points. But he never gets more than 6 points, does he, Raya? Right, Praz, 41. Ouch, 37. So he's on 37 points. And he's only got Fernandes to go. So if Fernandes doesn't start, he's actually, well, you get his Haaland points, I suppose, when he 47.51. Yeah, I really don't want Haaland. I really don't want Fernandes to be out, even though I haven't captained him. But one thing it's kind of not really very fair is that I want to see it play out. Do you know what I mean? With everyone playing. See which captain wins. Then we got Wag, who's played a triple captain, who will be very, very worried here because Wag, I believe, has triple captain Fernandez and has the vice captain on Salah. So if Fernandez doesn't play, if the triple captain is going to be worth 1 point or tripled up to 3, which is pretty poor luck, isn't it, when you think about it, if that happens. But regardless, nobody else has really got any points here. Oh, Delict to go tomorrow as well. Could be a differential. But yeah, that's about it, peeps. So really, we've got Bakar with Van Heck, who you've got to admit, since Bakar stopped copying Ben Crellin, he's been flying, hasn't he? Absolutely flying with some pretty good goat picks, to be honest. Like bringing in Van Heck. And like I said before, I'd be a little disappointed if my defender got 2 goals. And then did he not even get a bonus? That's ridiculous. How ridiculous is that? He can't have done, can he? He can't have even got a bonus. He didn't. No, oh, that's incredible, isn't it? Really. That is incredible. So, like I said, that's about it. And fun starts tomorrow, doesn't it? But it's very annoying, this Bruno business, because, like, you just don't know. I hate all the uncertainty of not knowing. You can't enjoy it. I had the same last week when they were playing last on the list. And I had Cunha. It might have been the week before. And we didn't know if he was going to play or not. Everyone was saying he was going to play, after not being able to attend the turning on of the lights. Everyone's going, oh, there's nothing wrong with him. Of course he'll play. He'd definitely play. But he didn't. And now I'm hearing today, you know, people telling me Bruno Fernandes is definitely going to play. Well, the fact is, peeps, nobody's got a clue. So you just got to wait and see, basically. Anyway, let's have a game of chess, because I've had enough of this. Nightmare was demanding that I reinstate chess games back in. So, 1 minute game of chess. Here we go. I'll move it over for you a little bit. Oh, I've messed it up. What have I done here? Right, so hopefully you can see this. We shall go now. Oh, he's aborted the game. Look at that. A bit like Fernandes. Not going to turn up. My mouse is acting up a bit. It keeps releasing too soon and dropping my pieces on squares before I mean to drop it, if you know what I mean. What's he done here? Oh, I've won a piece. A PC. Which one do I want? That one, I guess. Had a choice. I better get my king covered up, else I'll be getting checked. Sneak my king away. As long as I don't do one of my normal collapse in the last 10-second jobs, then I should be all right here. That's right, you have a think. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. This is the start of a rot. Let's get the queens off. Check. Too easy, peeps. Too easy, unfortunately. Anyway, Mr. Crellin. Absolutely ridiculous, wasn't it? Looked down and out on his free hit yesterday. Imagine that, taking out Foden on your free hit. Or imagine if he'd kept him in. Would have been better, wouldn't it? If he'd kept him in and got the triple Palace defence, imagine that. But, you know, peeps, these players, they always manage to find a way. They always find a way. It's uncanny how they do it, isn't it? It's almost as if they can see into the future sometimes. Because that was, like I said yesterday, it reminded me of the Solio drafts for free hit when you put it on maximum risk, you know, because it always picks 3 defenders from the same team to try and maximize the upside. It puts it on maximum risks. You've got maximum downside, maximum upside. And that's pretty much what Ben Crellin's done here. He's kind of gambled on Palace. Huge gamble. And it's paid off in a way that you just wouldn't believe, would you, really? 34 points from 3 defenders. So he's right back in this season now after struggling, to be honest, and being written off by a few. So very interesting, peeps. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later. I'll be back with a wrap tomorrow, and I just hope Fernandes does play, just to make it really interesting. I don't like seeing people get captains that they didn't really deserve, or people like Wag playing a triple captain and getting 1 point because Fernandes doesn't turn up. You know what I mean? We don't need all that sort of carry on. So I'll talk to you all later anyway, peeps. So cheers for now.